I mean, he is a giant, masked, axe-wielding man. He just has a can of axe in his hand. He starts spraying everywhere.
I gotta make a good first impression.
Just as I began to feel safe, a thick root jutting out of the ground caught my foot and launched me into the dirt. The wind was completely knocked out of me. And I heaved as I attempted to slip quicker than my body would allow. Yo, stop jerking off, Aaron. Before I can pick myself back up,
I'm trying to add.
Story. I know I'm reading really well.
I'm trying to add sound.
I know
effects.
I'm reading really well. I could read 50 Shades of Grey on Audible, and they'd probably pay me like $1 million.
He beat my ass like an African drum. That's a line in the book.
Shh. Nice and
Autumn!
Oh, those chesters.
Tits.
See, and it's perfect. Seeing Jason almost instantly puts a smile on my face. My screaming legs finally shut up from being blessed by his mere presence.
What the fuck?
And my ovaries start vibrating.
My ovaries vibrate
the fuck?
as my member screams. My testiculars jiggle
Hey,
with
Jason,
delight.
what brings you here?
Good morning, Swim Shady.
I'm gonna fucking murder you if you continue talking
know
like
you
that.
were joining the counselors, but I'm sitting up today, but who will we your help? It's okay with you. The campers are going to arrive soon, so this place needs to be drinking order. You think you're up for that? I can tell Jason is a... I thought that said shittily shy. I can tell Jason is a little shy. It's strange seeing such a huge and impressive man act like this, but honestly, I think it's adorable! I can't help but think a wide... Ah, shit! Burn myself. Can't help but feel a wide grin on his face. Well, yeah, I know that.
He's ugly.
Don't talk about my big daddy like that.
What do you mean he's ugly? You don't want to fuck that? Like, what is wrong with you? God.
Of course.
Very
That's you, Aaron.
monstrous.
Of course. That sounds great. Come on in. I'm just finishing up my morning routine.
Jason follows me inside, ducking a bit to get under the doorframe.
I'm going to change. I'll be right back. Just wait here. Or you could, I don't know,
I should've
come
burned
inside
myself.
with me and watch me.
Jason nods and does what he's told. Good little boy. My heart pounds with excitement in my ears as I just head upstairs to change out of my PJs into my day clothes. He wants me to go with him. After I brush my teeth, I splash my face with water and take one last look in the mirror. I head downstairs back to him.
I'd love to splash him in the face.
Freddy,
I want my
Shady.
cheese and crackers, please.
I smile and give him a nod, patting my hand on his broad shoulder. We head out to the door together and walk side by side to the activities area. Our first job is to haul the kayaks to the proper racks. I watch in disbelief as Jason saunters by with two of them in tow. I'm struggling with one.
Kayaks are literally not
Cheater.
that heavy. They're made of very, very hollow plastic.
Well, unless they're talking about wood kayak.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, there are some kayaks that can be heavier.
I watch Jason's shoulders shake in laughter. He helps to drag the kayak I'm battling and lifts it onto the appropriate slot.
Daddy, sorry. Daddy.
Can I get some nut milk? Nut milk.
You mean breast milk?
No,
that's,
nut milk.
that's the line. Is breast
I know,
milk.
but I'm talking about a man here.
Oh, well, you can still say breast milk. He's got
It'd
big
be
enough
very
titties for it.
difficult. What is he gonna come out? Come out green, dead?
Is he undead?
Yes. He's died like 5 times.
That would explain his horribly disfigured face that I saw.
He is so incredible. Incredible. He's barely even breaking a sweat.
Because he's dead.
It's back-breaking work. Oh, I wish he could break mine. But we're able to get it done in record time thanks to Jason's raw strength. It's fucking raw! Next,
Spray something?
we set up the archery range. Jason and I prepare the lanes. I set out with the targets and count out the supplies. I thought that said nipples.
Count out the nipples.
don't know the nipples
To
together.
where you see
Two.
supplies as nipples. Jesus Christ.
I have astigmatism, okay? I bundle them together, 3 arrows and 1 finger tab for each camper. Jason restrings each bow and tests them to make sure they're taut and firm, just like them. I mean, with this station, all that matters is safety. make sure the kids, and the counselors for that matter, only point their bow down range when it's their turn to fire. You wouldn't believe how many people almost put someone else's eye out because their mind isn't on safety. Just like how you should be when I wear this never mind him.
I can imagine. Right. No accidents on my watch.
I make sure each and every lane is clear of debris, or debris, or debris.
Make sure every lane is clear of the bras.
Debris.
We don't need that over
No
Jason's
more bras.
mantids.
And in no time, we're finished up at the archery range. Next, we go to the wood cutting area. Man, is it cold outside?
The Could wedding.
The good wedding.
Next, we go to the good wedding area.
The good wedding area. I swear I haven't drank yet. I swear.
Sure. You're probably having some fumes in that goddamn
The
liquor
Could
store
wedding.
today.
Bro, I sniffed that thing. It smelled horrible, which is good.
No, obviously it fucked you up more than it should, and you haven't even taken a sip yet.
I watched in awe as Jason yanks a huge axie out of the stump, and in one
I
deft
thought that said out of his
motion,
ass for a minute because I was looking at the word axe.
hefts it back over his shoulder before bringing it back down on the block of wood resting on the stump.
Imagine
That
pulling
would-
an entire axe out of your ass.
That wood block snaps in two.
Where is it hiding?
Chest heaving and sweat glistening on his skin. My face heats up at the holy sight. He pulls out a knife from his back pocket and begins chipping away at one of the split logs. He doesn't even need to look at what he's doing. Want to give it a try?
Me?
Jason chuckles at the sound of absolute light.
This is the gayest shit
God,
I've ever
Jason
read.
is he's so... Stop it, Slim Shady. Focus. He's so gay.
I swear to God. Stop it!
Oh, sorry.
You're just standing there and you're casually feeling up this guy.
He's just standing there, not even giving a
Sorry,
world.
boss. I gotta feel you up real quick. Make sure you don't have any ticks on those man tits of yours. Stop it!
I'm sorry.
Stop dragging
I
a
would like-
knife down this
I would
guy's
like to
kitty
think that I'm
grooves.
holding a knife and I'm just like dragging the blade down his chest.
Gotta make sure to draw within the lines. The
Aaron
tiny
Reed!
thing.
Oh, that's not Aaron, it's me.
That's what I was...
Are you okay?
No!
Did you sniff that a little too hard?
Yes, you, here. I have an extra carving knife.
And then like I grab it, and then like the hands lock, and then we look at each other's eyes, and the
Those
music starts
longingly
playing.
gaping holes within his face.
All right, here goes nothing.
What should I make? A penis.
Heart.
Make a bear.
I attempt to carve
Okay.
a bear. Oh? Is that a bar?
A bar?
Yeah. I couldn't think of anything else, so I made something that you remind me of.
That's pretty gay, bro.
Huh? I remind you of a bear just because I'm gay and big and burly?
This man walking homosexually.
Jason tilted his head. This man, my dog, walking heterosexually.
For instance, you're very big and strong and fearless like a bear.
I see.
Now we know what Jason's persona
Do you
is.
think I could keep it? If you don't want it, of course.
No, I want it. Fuck you.
We're giving it to
You
him.
gave it to him.
Oh, really? I don't have anything I plan to do with it, so sure.
Thank you so much, Slim Shady. I'll put it on my desk when I get back to my cabin.
Aw, of course, Jason. I'm glad you like it.
How do you sign all? Like,
I guess it's just body language
Like
as
this,
well
I
as
guess?
ASL. Well, maybe you have. I don't know. Just a sign for cute. I don't know.
follow Jason.
I don't trust him. Stop touching him.
Sorry. Who the fuck?
Pamela. Yoo-hoo, Jason. Slim Shady. Would you mind helping me prepare dinner? Oh shit, that's his mom.
Of course, Mr.
Absolutely.
Voorhees.
Happy to help, Mrs. Voorhees.
Or he.
Or his.
Mrs. Voorhees.
Please, dear, call me Pamela.
It's Pamela.
Pamela.
Jason
That's
and I
right,
help.
Ken. It's not Pamela. It's Pamela.
It's Pamela. Ella.
Pamela.
A.
It's Ella, chopping vegetables for salad. And man, the grills and ovens, which are lined with barbecue meats and aluminium wrapped potatoes, respect.
My. Jason has. This line is giving me a stroke. Jason has you quite busy. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot.
Really? That's an understatement.
Jason has you quite busy today. That's how I read it.
Jason, do you have our stupid?
Do you
No,
has
but
are
Liz
quite
does,
busy
apparently.
today?
My. Jason has you quite busy today. Jason, has you been quite busy today?
Yes, you've been quite busy today.
Oh, Oh yeah, but it's been great. I feel like I've learned a lot.
I'm so fucking done.
You did great today. There shouldn't be much more to do here before the campers arrive. Jason, has you been quite busy today?
Stop! I just recollected myself. I'd
Do
love
you all
to.
have past stupid?
I'm gonna fucking murder you. I'd love to hear it, my dears. You've taken the hard work off my hands. I'm so grateful. I don't like the way she's staring at me. Also, the fact that she looks like the guy that goes the Yo Mama jokes.
Yes.
she looks like the Yo Mama
Yo
guy.
Mama! The dining hall fills with counts. Man, I definitely need one after this. And Pamela lets us pick our food after
a
her.
little more than just a counselor. Shit,
Pick our food first. She stands on her tiptoes to whisper something to Jason's ear. He bends over down.
Jason,
to
has
her.
you quite busy today?
Has you been quite busy today? Their eyes flicker to me briefly. Jason waves to his mother and they part ways, and he rejoins me.
Are you sure you didn't have too much to drink?
I didn't drink any. No, officer, I have not been drinking this alcohol. I've been snorting it.
It's different, I swear.
I haven't drank it.
No, officer, I have not drinking any alcohol. Failed the breathalyzer? Well, yeah, of course I would. I snorted the alcohol. What did you expect?
I turned it into powder and snorted it.
How would that even happen?
Dehydrating it, maybe? I don't know.
Dehydrated alcohol.
Do you want to eat with me? I actually have a few questions for you.
Sure, I'd
Eat
love
with
to.
We pile our plates high.
High with hot food?
High with hot food. We eat together.
Oh,
I
that
can
sounds
barely-
great.
And I can barely contain my excitement.
Jason, has he been quite busy?
We pile our plates with hot with food. Why do we call it the oven if we oven the hot food? Hot in the. Oh.
What the fuck are you trying to say?
I was trying to say, why do we call it the oven if we in the cold food out and out the hot eat?
Just continue reading.
And I can barely contain my excitement at being able to spend so much time with it. Our legs touch and I squirt a little bit.
Stop. What the fuck?
What the
Oh,
fuck?
He's
Ulu?
winking at us.
So I've been thinking, I know you were supposed to take a camping trip with the other counselors, but I was wondering if you wanted to go out with me and with the kids? If not, I understand it's last minute and all. Also, the penetrator will be there.
I wonder what would happen if you give him like all the worst answers.
I screech, ah! In delight in my mind, but give Jason a gentle smile.
You sound like a fucking hawk for no reason. That's
Jason,
your delightful
it'd make me
scream.
really happy to go with you. Sorry,
Jason,
that happens
it'd
sometimes.
make me really,
Our cat is
yes.
freaking out.
Really? That's great. My mother agreed to take your place with the other counselors. That means a lot to me.
That's your mommy before me?
Mhm. I study his masked face. His eyes lit up in the bright firelight. I can hardly contain my own excitement. He must really like spending time with me.
I love that they've drawn like blush on the fucking cheek, and it's like the same color as like the shadow.
It's just the
Like
mask.
that,
Ooh,
yes.
They don't care who I was. Put on them. I'll come get you tomorrow morning and we'll head out.
That sounds great. Looking forward to it.
The giant, like, fucking ball sack on their chin.
Howler monkey? Ball sack monkey.
The ball sack monkey is my favorite monkey.
We finish eating and throw our paper plates into the garbage. Our eyes meet and I shuffle from one foot to the other.
Stop playing fuzzies with yourself.
I'll walk you back to your cabin. The night air is sweet with honeysuckle as we trek back to our cabins.
Why are you creaming while saying that?
Why
night
aren't you
airs-
screaming while
The
saying
night
that?
air is sweet with honeysuckle. With honeysuckle, I'll suck that suckle, honey out of that suckle, as we trek back to our cabins.
I love it here. You can see
I
the
don't.
stars so well. What? Where I'm from, you'd never get this kind of visibility.
Yeah, me too. It's really beautiful, just like your tits.
You know what else is beautiful?
I noticed
This is
Jason
so
shove.
cheesy.
I
Is he
kn-
gonna turn into a werewolf and start calling me his Luna or some shit like that? I gotta mark you, or else the alpha won't realize that I'm the next alpha in charge.
You were so totally a wolf girl in school, weren't you?
No, I was
This- you've
not.
had- You have too much experience, dude.
I have
you
too
filled
much
out your
experience
application
reading
for-
these shitty
you-
fan fictions.
You filled out your application for wolf girl as a position, and you did not put enough experience on that. You said you were
signed it.
unexperienced.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I want my cheese and crackers. please.
Hey kid, here's some cheese and crackers. Knock yourself out. I noticed Jason shove his hands into his ass.
What?
I notice Jason shove his hands into his coat pockets, and I swear I see the hint of a flush paint in his neck in silver moonlight. I think I just had a stroke reading that. What the fuck did that even just mean?
Sorry, there's a bite
Well,
on my leg.
Here's my stop.
Oh, yes. Well, thanks for helping out. I enjoyed spending time with you today.
That was my attempt at a hawk screech.
Anytime. Yeah, I did too. But like, you could room with me. Or not. I mean, just kidding. I mean, unless...
What if we kissed at the neighborhood power box?
Daddy, sorry.
I stood up the stairs and turned to wave to Jason. See you in the morning!
Generic
See you in the morning, Jason.
npc.wave.jpg.
Be a good boy for me while you're gone.
It wouldn't move then.
I know, that's the point. That's it. That's the move.
The single stock image of a guy just holding his hand up.
It's just like a guy, like the JPEG is moving, but it's like rotating, but it's standing still.
It's like in MS Paint, you just take the corner
Yes.
and...
That's exactly my point. That's what I'm talking about. Good night, Slim Shady. Don't let the bedbugs bite, or else I will. I smile and nod my head at him before closing the door and happily rotting to my bed.
Rotting? I mean, sure, man. Go ahead.
I stand next to the bed and fall backwards on top of it, letting out a sigh. I'm so lucky. I get to hang out with Jason again tomorrow. Jason, has you been quite busy? Thank you, Pamela, for covering for me. My eyes grow heavier to the point where I can barely keep them open. Jason and I did so much work today. I feel so exhausted. I search for the covers with my legs and pull them over myself. Before I knew it, I started to drift to sleep. Tokyo drift to sweep?
Deja vu. Never been in this place before.
No, deja vu. I have been.
I have...
That's the whole point of deja vu!
Amnesia.
I have been in this place before.
Amnesia! I don't remember who I am!
Amnesia. Never been in this place before.
It's now been
Higher than a kite.
It's now been a few days since I arrived at the camp, and they have been nothing short of teats. Learning everything from preparing to the finest. Crustless peanut butter and jellies, including myself, to being able to help perfect the ultimate tent pitching technique.
Perfect.
To help perfect. It's something of a thankless job. I've come to realize... but there are parts of it that I've found quite rewarding. Though my initial encounter with the large looming camp counselor was a shaky start, every moment since then has been one of the genuine enjoyment. I find myself stealing glances and hidden coy smiles when I watch him work alongside me. Before I might have died of embarrassment anytime his chest touched my back.
What?
When has that happened? Trying to adjust my hold on tools or equipment.
Trying
Or
to
hid from
adjust
sight when he had
Hold
to
on,
put...
tools or equipment?
This is a time skip. They're telling us what happened in between.
Or hid from sight when he had to put out a stove fire because I wasn't paying complete attention to the food.
God damn it, you burnt the cereal again!
No, you were paying attention to the food. You were looking at a long, massive sausage.
How do you burn orange juice?
You burned the water that you were supposed to boil.
How the fuck did you dehydrate water?
Of course, now that it'd be plenty of time to allow him to be my teacher and show me the ropes of my BDSM key. Being a quick learner has only come to benefit me and let me get a little closer to my new head. Of course, these things happen. Crushes like... Does that say grushes or crushes?
Crushes.
Crushes like these
Crushes.
happen all the time when people spend every minute of the day together. But I don't know why, but something feels different. Should I be feeling this way? Should I be having diarrhea?
Jason, has you been busy today?
Jason, has you been busy today? No, that's dinner prepared.
Be
I
our
should-
guest, be our guest. Have some cheese and crackers now.
Be our guest, be our guest. Jason and you have some bug sex. I should do something a little more productive than all this daydreaming. Maybe a shower.
I
would
just
help.
thought of the line from Be Our Guest, but like very sexual. Put your hands around my neck, daddy, and just...
What? Sing it in the song. Sing it.
No,
Sing it.
no.
Sing it. I don't.
Fuck
Ow!
you.
He punched me in the eye.
You have to sing it now.
I'm not singing it. Autumn, you do
No,
You have to.
had to
It's a
sing it because
requirement.
you just punched me in the eye. Sing it.
If you don't sing it, jail.
If you don't-
I go to jail now.
Now that dinner's prepared, I should do something a little more productive than all this daydreaming. Maybe a shower would help.
The line was, put your hands around my neck, daddy, until I black out.
I don't understand how that.
I'm not singing it.
Then hum the tune. Then.
No, it's right after.
Pussy.
Yes, I do. Thank you. I am what I eat.
You don't have any.
Read the line.
Not if I don't have to, anyways. My boots crunch against the gravel as I step out of the mess hall and take in the crisp summer breeze. The sky paints itself a hues of pink and orange and purple, and my mind steadily returns to my thoughts. I was caught off guard when he personally asked me, of all of the counselors, to help him with tonight's bonfire, though, admittedly, I felt a swell of pride. It meant a lot that he felt that he could trust me with setting things up and taking care of the kids, even more so considering that I'm the newest of the crew. I imagine it might have something to do with my ability to mesh with the kids, but I don't care. Whatever the reason, I'm not going to let him down. I find my way back to the counselor's cabin. Gathering a change
How do you let somebody up?
Gathering a change of clothes and my robe in one arm, I press my back into the wooden stall out back and order 66 to finish. Do it. Kill him. Not just the children, but the children and more children.
No
Not just
wonder
the
your
men.
side of the couch smells like ass.
But not just
You
the
rip a
men,
goddamn hole in it every
but
time
the
you're
women
bored.
and the children
Read the line.
and more children.
Read the line.
The sound of giggling can only mean one thing. And I can't really help but roll my eyes. Eventually, the duo in question would step out, sharing a knowing look with me before it was finally my time. I enjoyed the heat, my heat, and the steam
Read the line!
scrubbed off smells of firewood and cooked bacon from my body. I tie my robe back on, letting out a satisfied sigh, and begin to head back inside. I find my pants and throw on my favorite sweater. I pat at the big campsite with a long sigh before heading on out, only making it a few steps down the stairs before slamming straight into something solid. A snake.
Oof! What the hell?
I look up, rubbing my nose, and then I feel my face turn bright red. Of course, I run straight
Nose
into
deep
Jason.
in man titties.
That's what I get for paying attention. I shrink a bit, roll my lips into a thin line. Ugh. ...
Mr. Voorhees, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
I could tell. You're lucky. You didn't trip. You could have sprained something. I found myself saying, now you're scolding me. And I didn't need him to speak to know what kind of tone he was adapting. I give a sheepish smile and a sign back to him.
I love how
Don't
Slim
wish
Shady
ill
has
on me
gone through
now.
Gandalf, regular ass individual.
Don't wish ill on me now. I have dinner all set up. I know you said you needed some help. I was surprised you didn't ask Fern or Kevin for help. I mean, they're better at tents than I am.
Jason's gaze stays on me for a moment. He shifts slightly in thought before returning his focus back.
I don't like this inner monologue.
Fern is busy setting up kayaks on the boat rack tonight. As for Kevin, well, he's currently railing someone. His hands still and blue eyes shift to the ground. This is a familiar face.
I'm just happy to help.
So, you needed to see me?
So, sorry.
We have to confirm that he likes us.
The fuck are you doing?
Starts putting his fingers in the little holes.
You get it stuck in there and you're like, you have to call the cop.
They're like, is that Jason Voorhees? Oh!
Why are you fingering his belly button?
A knife disappeared. So you needed to see me then, says
Just
Aaron.
Click the next thing. I already said that.
What voice should I give him now?
Sorry, I'm having an ADHD
It's hard
moment.
to stop the smile forming at the corner of lips, rubbing the side of my neck sheepishly. I'm grateful he's too preoccupied gathering all sorts of equipment. It would have been an instant death if he'd seen the flush on my cheeks. My hands
I'm just casually sunburned in the evening.
on a winter's day.
It's a winter's night. How can you be sunburned?
My hands found my face, rubbing at the heat I had felt before joining him as I walked towards the campsite area. On my way, Jason is quick to sort the equipment on its designated rack, clapping
On
his,
my
clapping his
designated rack.
cheeks off of his
Clapping the dust off his cheeks.
in completion.
So, lead the way. Is there
That was
anything
totally
in particular
Sonic
you
for
want
half
me to
a
start
second.
with first?
Yeah,
I know.
lead the
I
way.
know.
So, lead the way. Chili dogs.
Wow, is there anything in particular I can help out with first?
With ease, Jason collected all the tent equipment in one arm, biceps flexing with an impressive strength. As he holstered it into his shoulder, he notices my eyes lingering a second too long, but he doesn't bring any attention to it. He hands me a box of snacks, all the trappings of s'mores and Vienna sausages. Sausages. And cants his head to the side in a motion to follow after him. It's your choice. These are the larger tents since it's easier to keep the kids in the groups. They've been complaining about noises. The easier I can see them, the better. If you want, feel free to start the bonfire now that it's sundown. Either that or get the torches placed for the trail. After that, you can help with the tents if need be. And we could get food handed out after. I nod, puffing as I struggle to keep my eye up with its long strides, especially with the 50 fucking pounds of food sitting on my goddamn hip. Once I arrive at the campsite, bare bones and ready to be set up, I know exactly where I'd like to start. Jason's massive
Stop groping the man.
bonfire?
I looked to the empty fire pit and let out a tired groan. Ugh! Not exactly my favorite thing. If only because the level of manual labor
I'm surprised
involved.
Liz did not take that opportunity to moan.
Because I do it every other moment of the day.
But it had to be done regardless.
I mean, I did sigh aggressively afterwards. I guess it just
I
doesn't
stretch
get
my
picked up.
arms above my head and plant my hands at my hips confidently.
Well, even if no one likes to, setting up the bonfire isn't going to happen on its own.
Ugh!
Really?
There you go.
Why don't people like to?
Well, not everyone is as strong as you when it comes to hefting up all that firewood.
It's not even that bad.
It's like 5 pounds.
Maybe 20.
Even without
Max.
seeing much of his face, I could read the confusion easily with his body language. There was a moment where he looked around, pausing in his work before catching his head. Because someone had threw it. Before canting his head to the side, understanding.
So, it must have been in respect to his strength. That made sense.
I see.
Obviously, your body is amazing.
Sure.
What's not to understand? Your body is amazing.
Jason looks at me a little off guard and becomes stiff, like a board. His
Sorry, I didn't mean to come off like that.
You said
Your body
stiff
is an
as a
impressive
board,
sight.
and I immediately thought of punching him like a punching bag.
Why?
I don't
You
know.
hurt.
Masochism.
I begin to blush and feel a little awkward after making that comment. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
That's your boss, remember that.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
That didn't sound very femboy furry.
Sorry. Thank you, Master.
And I officially want those cheese and crackers.
Jason rides up his sleeves and begins to flex his arms at me, making my face heat.
Oh yeah, flex your arms like a good little
I can't
boy.
stop my hand from reaching out and touches his impressive muscle downstairs. I mean,
He's not even doing
As
this.
soon
He's
as
just
I-
doing this.
As soon as I touch him, a strong force hits my face and knocks me down to the ground. It was his fist!
oh shit.
Oh shit! My head.
I look up at Jason, who quickly bends down to me. I can't read his emotions right now. I don't know if he got mad or... I start to see double, and everything gets blurry. My head hurts so much. I lightly touch the side of my head and bring my hand in front of me.
Is that Bud? You died?
What the fuck?
What just
Oh
happened?
no, we didn't save. Shit. Otto? Oh, thank God.
Wait, why did he kill you?
Because he's Jason, I guess.
You were raised well. You're like a super.
Well, that's obviously a fucking lie.
It makes you like a superhero if you
What
think
the-
about it.
That's a good
Especially-
impression of me.
Sorry.
It
Wait, I
makes you
thought
like
Jason
a
could
super-
speak.
It makes you like a superhero if you think about it, especially to the kids.
The head counselor rubs his palms together and thought, chuckling sheepishly to himself in a deep baritone tone. The corners of his eyes wrinkled.
How would you know? You can't see behind the
And
mask.
beneath, no one cared until I put on a mask. That hockey mask was
No
indeed a
one cared
proud
until
smile.
after I put on the mask either.
You think so?
I know so. There isn't a single kid here who doesn't recognize the work you put in to making their summer an amazing experience. Even the counselors.
There's a sudden abrupt movement from him that draws my attention to his hands as he signs. What he said next was, admittedly, I wasn't expecting.
Even you? I felt my face grow hot in an instant, and I knew by the way his gaze had grown heavier that he had more than seen it. He could tell I was grasping at straws to respond. Slim Shady. He mumbles the words out of his mouth, but no words come out.
Yes.
Exclamation point.
Yes. Even me. Especially me.
Though there's an initial, long, drawn-out silence, neither of us seem to mind. Instead, we take in the moment with our small smiles, keeping the admission safe to our chests.
I clear my throat, slapping at my cheeks. Damn, I'm hot.
Slapping at my butt cheeks before going to work on the bonfire. Dragging the firewood is a bit of a chore, but Jason is quick to help when needed.
It feels like now, anytime I express the need for help, he's right there, making sure your needs are met. It's a wonderful feeling, one that gives me butterflies. I fell into a squat, huffing as I drew oil into my chest. Before I could spin around fully, I heard it again. That same wrestling I'd heard portrayal of Jason. I felt my skin crawl, yelping hopelessly before peering around the tree where the noises came from.
I know that there's traps on the outskirts of the camp. Not like me. You know, surely a bobcat couldn't have gotten that far in.
The wrestling would come and go.
Huh? The rustling would come and go, and bravely, for whatever absolutely dumb reason, I felt the need to advance closer. I mean, this was how those people in horror movies died, right? I should know better. Still, I wanted to make sure nothing would jeopardize the campsite. It would have destroyed Jason if it had. A few moments of searching yielded nothing, and as I turned to head back, I heard it.
An awful low, garbled noise that sent me flying out of the thicket, taking off with the oil canister held to my chest like it was my only saving grace. When I skid over to the bonfire, I drew the head counselor's attention.
Slim Shady, are you okay? You're pale.
I curled over, wheezing, letting the canister drop to the floor in a heavy thud. My hands planted firmly over top my knees.
I finally found the brain power to sign competently.
I think there might be a bear. I didn't stop to look. I got too scared. But
Instinct
you
kicks
could
in.
wrestle a bear. After all, you remind me of a bear, remember?
Instinct kicks in for the lumbering man, veins popping over broad knuckles as he moves across the campsite quickly, dipping into the shed before coming out with a machete in hand.
There it is.
He wasted no time to walk in the direction I had come from, but all disappearing in my line of sight.
Jason.
Worry blooms in my chest, and my throat tightens quickly. If it was a bear, was Jason even a match for it? After what feels like an eternity, I find myself shifting in place. I didn't want to wait anymore. I started to dart in that direction, and before I could get too far, I felt powerful hands grabbing at my biceps with a sudden grip.
I shrieked, but Jason at this point is used to my jumpiness. This comes as no surprise to him by now. Still, it doesn't stop him from looking at me in concern.
Jason! Oh my god!
I'm starting to think we have a pattern here. Running into each other. I feel the familiar feeling of warmth run across my
Don't
face.
you mean running into each other?
Running?
I feel the familiar feeling of warmth run across my face, but I steady myself by breathing slowly instead. His hands on my arms make me feel safe, and calm comes easily because of it.
I run a hand across my face. Nervously,
Okay.
and with a nod with a crooked smile. I couldn't find any tracks or a bear, so it might have been a trick of your mind. Did you eat today? As if on comedic horrible cue, my stomach growls soft with spaces of silence. Right. We'll get you a Taco Bell wrap. We'll wrap things up
A
here.
quesarito.
And we'll get some... It's blinding me.
Sorry.
Food into you then, alright?
I don't know how you put up with me.
There's a moment where his hands tense on me, his grip almost tightening in reassurance. As I look up to meet his eyes, crystal blue soft, I feel my heart skip a beat.
Feels like I've done nothing but get myself into a mess after mess. I stepped out of this cabin this afternoon, but he had taken all of my fumbling in stride.
Even now, he looks at me like I couldn't possibly do anything wrong, and most definitely with newfound warmth.
That's what superheroes do, right? I have to take care of you. Let's wrap things up, alright?
I don't feel embarrassed in the way that I smile or find the comfort in his words. With a nod of my head, I take to pouring the oil into the bonfire, carefully lighting it ablaze with a lighter.
I look to the sky, admiring the hues of pinks and blues that came with the sunset, and I stole a glance over the head of the counselor as I finished up my snack.
I'll start setting up the trail torches then. I have a feeling the kids are going to want to spend all their time out tonight. The weather is really nice.
Jason nods in agreement, spreading his ass cheek. Spreading out the tent supplies. He jerks his head in the direction of his plastic container bin,
Close to the scattered seating around the bonfire.
All the materials should be in the bin. There should be oil in there as well. If there isn't, there's some in the kitchen storage area. Without much preamble, I get to work, heading over to the bin and piling the torches into my arms. They're a lot heavier than I remember, but it is likely has something to do with picking up 8 of them in one sitting. I feel myself stumble backwards a bit, and as I do, I feel the weight of my body tilt over. Sneakers catching over my shoelaces and gravel, an explosive gasp left my lips before a familiar feeling of strength took over. I had felt Jason's powerful arm pull me taut to his chest.
Hilde and Bjorn!
Bjorn has been born!
And when I looked up, clutching the torches tight to my chest, I saw the familiar sight of that hockey on it, eyes full of concern. Maybe the torches might be too heavy. Do you want me to take over for you?
That one.
Save first.
You can take me right now.
Front of the penetrator?
His eyes behind his mask peers right through me when he glances down at me. Unknowingly, I grin at him nervously, waiting for him to respond, but he doesn't say anything. I notice Jason goes to move his hand, which I assume he's about to sign back at me.
Instead, I hear a weapon unsheathed from behind him, and...
A sharp pain overcomes my body, and I feel a warm liquid oozing from my abdomen.
No!
You got penetrated, bitch.
Jason slides the machete out of me, and my body goes limp onto the ground. A pool of blood bathes the soil beneath me, and I can feel myself growing weak and tired.
Why does he murder you?
Because he's Jason.
I can't believe he did this. To be fair, I asked for it.
I guess he took it as you can take my life.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's it for this episode of a slasher dating sim. Tune in next time to see Aaron, Liz, and Autumn in what may be the most insane episode of BSN Bubblegum yet, in the finale. Well, hold on a second, I say finale but like this isn't fully out yet. We found out after recording that the game's development is on hiatus, and you can read about why on their Twitter. When more drops, you can bet your ass we will play that shit ASAP.
I'm glad to see you. Take a break.